All right, so you already have life experience. You have experience from years of work. You have experience from everything that you've gone through in life, whether it's a divorce, whether it's having kids, whether it's a stay-at-home mom, whether it's launching a business at home as a solopreneur. You have the experience somewhere down the road in your life. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to create a digital product from scratch, so that you're not overthinking. I've had so many conversations with people over the past few weeks, with clients, with people through my free one-on-one calls, that have told me, Knifey, either I'm overthinking or I am in a space where I have imposter syndrome. Now, they don't necessarily say imposter syndrome. They're saying I'm in a space where I feel like I am not able to um, create because I feel this person is doing it much better. But you have to understand, and this is for those of you that are having imposter syndrome or overthinking, you have to clearly understand there's something about you that's different from what they're doing. There's something that you can show up and do that's different from what they're doing. There's something that the world needs from you that's different from what they're doing. So you'll never find that out until you actually show up and do it, until you actually hear people say, oh my God, I needed this, or oh my God, this is what I was looking for. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to create your digital product from scratch using your experience. I do have notes here because I don't want to miss anything that I wanted to say to you. I want this video to be short and to the point, but if you're still in a space where you're stuck, and you're not understanding what you can monetize from your life, I do have a guide on my website. My website is knifeburks.com. I'll drop it in the description below. The guide is called What Could I Monetize Right Now? It's a workbook. It's a clarity workbook that asks you simple questions that you can sit. What I want you to do is grab this notebook, sit in a quiet place with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, relax, and just answer the questions. I want you to allow them to flow. And this is especially for those of you that are in a space where you're not understanding what you can monetize, because there's always something that you can monetize. We have people monetizing the craziest things in the world. I watched a training, or I was on a training a couple of weeks ago, and one of their top people that was making sales was a YouTuber that was showing people how to open a salt jar. Like literally. Like, this is something that most of us think is common sense, but he had millions of people watching his YouTube videos, and he was monetizing from that in his description by adding salt jars, adding other things that can go in alignment with it. So we monetize any and everything right now. So I'm sure there's something that you can monetize. So the first thing that I want you to do is to, of course, know what you can monetize. And that comes with you downloading that workbook that I just spoke about. What can I monetize right now on my website? Next thing you want to understand clearly is the type of product that you can monetize. And that type of product can be, whether you want it to be a planner, a journal, a mini course, maybe a coaching package. I always start, if it's your very first thing that you're monetizing, the easiest things for you to do would be for you to do either like a journal or an ebook or a mini course. And when I say mini course, I don't mean a huge course with 15 to 30 modules. You want to make sure that when you're doing a mini course, it's mini. So when I say mini, under $97. So usually my mini courses are between $27 and $97, depending on what I put in that mini course. If you have questions about pricing your mini course, go ahead, drop your questions below. But I always price them between $27 and $97 because when I've had them for a very long time, when they're out there and I know I'm about to create something brand new, I put them together and I sell them as bundles, or I sell them and do a flash sale for like $17 or something like that. So you can just price it based on that for your mini course. But as far as a mini course, you want your mini course to be 5 modules or less, or 5 videos or less. And those videos should be under 10 minutes. If you're doing a larger course, an extended course, those videos can be longer, 20 to maybe 45 minutes long. But a mini course, 5 minutes or less is what I suggest. 5 videos or less is what I suggest, and under 10 minutes. You want to make sure that you are straight to the point and clear for your mini courses, because they're paying for a mini course, for a quick idea that they can immediately implement. A larger course, of course, is something that you can put out for somebody that wants to totally build an entire whatever you're teaching, fill in the blank, business or whatever you're teaching. So make sure those mini courses are actually mini. Your ebook is something that you can easily create right now. We have AI, we have ChatGPT, we have Claude, we have Perplexity, we have Gemini, we have all of these platforms that can help you to create them. Now, I don't suggest that you go in and you just type into ChatGPT, please create an ebook for me on this topic of, let's see, I'll just say gardening. Please create an ebook for me on gardening. Don't do that. I want you to take a minute before you go into ChatGPT and write down bullet points of what you want to teach. Write down also the people that you love to listen to. And the reason that I say this is because, and you're probably like, why this? But when you think about it, if you, for example, love to listen to Marshawn Evans Daniels, or if you love to listen to how certain people speak, like Amy Porterfield or Myron Golden, whoever you love to hear how they speak, if you're trying to show up in that manner, if you're trying to show up using a tone of voice like them, or if you know, oh, I normally talk like Marshawn Evans Daniels, and that's me with my content. A lot of my content is in Marshawn's tone, because when I go into ChatGPT, with my overview of what I want to share, what I want my people to learn from my ebook. And then I say, give me a deeper outline of this. I'll give them the bullet points. And I'll say, but give it to me in a Marshawn Evans Daniels tone. So that way it'll come out sounding more like you. If you are a fun, down-to-earth person that loves to be conversational, I would say make sure you're adding that in. If your ebook is more of a corporate style ebook, make sure you're telling it to add that corporate style tone in. So those are some things that you can create. You can create planners. Planners are a little bit harder if you're doing physical planners. That's a little bit more extensive. But if you're doing a planner, you can do it. We'll get into the platforms in a second. But you can do a planner, journal, mini course, or a coaching package. The next thing you want to do is, okay, so you know what type of document or product you're going to create. You want to brainstorm what transformation you're going to offer. Now, if you are creating something just because you saw Jane over there creating it, and you saw that Jane is making $2 million a month on it, and Jane is traveling the world, and you want to be just like Jane when you grow up, that's not the right thing to do. Because if there's something that Jane did to get there that you're not going to see, that you're not going to know how to do. So I would say brainstorm the transformation that you're going to teach your people. So, for example, if you are going to show people how to garden, you may want to show them how to get peace with gardening, how to grow certain things in certain seasons of gardening. So you want to brainstorm what your transformation is for your people. Next step is to open up a tool where you can start to create. So for example, if you are doing an ebook or a planner, that they're both going to be digital, use Canva. I suggest using Canva Pro, because if you're using the free version of Canva, there's a ton of elements that you're not going to be able to use. You're going to be like, when Canva first came out, I believe around maybe 2015 or something like that, 2014, or when I first started using it. I wanted to go for the free because I wanted to be in a space where I wasn't adding on any more monthly payments. And I was getting ready to leave my 9 to 5, so I didn't want to add on any more monthly payments. So I started using the free version, but I found myself, okay, I want this element and I want that element, just adding on elements. And I was paying more for the elements that I was adding on than I would have paid during an entire a month of signing up for the monthly membership. So I just went ahead and did it. You don't want to waste your time, because I was also going to other platforms looking for images and looking for elements and different things like that. It was wasting a ton of time. So I went ahead and I started to stick with the Pro, and I found everything in there that I needed in Pro. So I suggest upload or starting with Canva Pro if you're serious about your digital product business. So use Canva. If you are creating a mini course, I would say, and this is in alignment with both your digital products, such as your ebooks, planners, those PDF type products, and your course. You want to choose a platform to put those on. If you are doing, just say for example, a mini course, you want to make sure that when people go to buy that mini course, they're able to immediately watch it. If you're doing an ebook, you want to make sure when people are going to buy that product, they're able to download it immediately and start reading it. So I would say, here are my suggestions. Stand Store is good. Stand Store is great. Easy to start. With the low tier product, I think it's $29 for the regular Stand Store. If you're upgrading to the $100 per month package, that gives you funnels and everything else. You don't need to start with that. Start with the lower tier. I also suggest Gumroad, which is super easy. Gumroad charges, I believe, 11% per sale. So there's no monthly fee. For those of you that don't want a monthly fee, there's no monthly fee, but they do charge a percentage per sale. So I would definitely make sure you're kind of considering what you want to add as far as monthly payments and what you don't want to do. So if you don't want to add a monthly payment, go with Gumroad. If you do, if you're okay with that, go with Stand Store. There was another one. So, System.io. System.io is the one that I use. It is free, and I believe you get up to 3 courses for free. After you're upgrading, you get everything. Like, let me pull up System.io. So System.io, and I'm going to drop the link in the comments, so you can get it for free. You can get a blog post. You can get email funnels. You can get, of course, you can do your emails. It's a website builder. You have affiliate management. You can do your online courses. You can do physical products, evergreen webinars. And this is if you upgrade to the 3rd tier. Right now, I'm on the 2nd tier because I have more than 3 courses. Um, the 2nd tier is $17. You have your calendar, so you no longer have to use platforms to schedule clients like Calendly or Acuity or whatever you're using. And then you can set up your community on here. I don't have my community set up on here only because I know that when people are taken onto a platform that they're not familiar with, they're not going to go into and engage. But other than that, you have so many amazing things on here. You can blog on here and everything. So I'll drop that link below for you to check that out. Next thing that you want to do is record your videos. Whatever video, if you're doing a mini course, take time and sit down. I did a mini course um, for real estate because I'm a realtor as well. I did a mini course for real estate. It actually had about 7 videos in it. I did the 5 short videos. I also added a welcome video, and I did a next step video to add to the end. That video took me less than an hour and a half to make and upload to my website and have it ready to go. So I would say if you're doing a mini course, schedule a time for yourself and stick to it. Don't say I'm going to do 1 video today, 1 video next week. You're going to be given, by the time that 4th or 5th week comes, you're going to have already given up on your goal of creating. So I would say schedule a time. Just say, for example, Saturday between 9 and noon. And this is, I'm giving extra time because you're going to be brand new to creating this. Most of you are. Some of you are already good at it. But between 9 and noon, Saturday, you're going to record the videos. You're going to upload the videos to whatever platform you're using. And then you are going to take some time either that day or give your brain a break and go to it the next day and create your descriptions. If you are trying to create descriptions and you're not clear on what to say, use ChatGPT or Claude. I've been using Claude and Gemini a lot because they're great. The upgrade of ChatGPT has me frustrated, ready to pull my hair out, because a lot of the responses that I'm getting from ChatGPT are really like poetic responses. They're not like how a normal person would talk. And I know it's AI, it's not a normal person, but in the beginning, it sounded more like us. So I don't like how those responses have been. So I've been going to use Gemini or Claude mostly. So once you got your videos uploaded, or once you've completed your ebook in Canva and uploaded it to your platform, you want to make sure that you are not overthinking, that you are not going back to recreate, that you are not worried about editing videos. It's better done than perfect. You want to make sure that you upload, like when I upload my videos, if there was a mistake on this video, any YouTube video, any training video, I correct it immediately. I'll just say, oh, sorry, that was a mistake. Use this one instead. And then I keep it moving. I'm not going back to edit videos. I'm not going back to remove ums and ahs and all of that out of the video. I'm not going back to re-record videos because I don't like something about the video. As you can see, I talk with my hands. I get my point across with my hands. My hands are flying all over the screen. I've had family members, not clients, but I've had family that say, Knifey, stop using your hands. But when I don't use my hands, I feel awkward. So I like to get my point across with hands. It makes me feel more natural. But that may be something that you don't like. But I would say just, it's better. Like I said, it's better done than perfect. Don't go and delete or redo because you don't like a certain thing. Because you may have said one thing in that video that can change the trajectory of someone's entire life. So don't delete it. You can always go back later after you've started making sales and just say, oh, I've done an updated video, or you can drop a new updated version of the training the next year and charge maybe a higher price, or add more to it. Or make it your signature course, a longer course that next year. But don't go back and start recreating everything because you're overthinking. It's better done than perfect. So I hope this video helps. If you want to save this video and come back to it, you can as many times as you need. Whatever questions you have, go ahead and comment below. Let me know your questions, because those questions may be good ideas for upcoming videos. I also want to make sure that you are knowing before you even get started what you can monetize. So make sure you're going down to the caption or to the description and grabbing my freebie. It's a free guide. What can I monetize right now? So let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you. I'll see you next week on the next video.